Imagine a world where the sands of time turn back and the ancient Egyptian empire rises once again. Let's find out what happens. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So here's the Egyptian empire, and it's already quite buff, but it wants to get even buffer. So it decides, let's invade Libya, because just why not? We want to invade them. So Egyptian troops cross through the border and they invade into Libya. And they shouldn't probably shouldn't be invading into the desert, but they don't care. So they take a lot of the coastal cities, and they're getting closer and closer to the capital. But then something crazy happens. Libya makes some technology that allows them to blow sand into the enemy side and kind of just bury them in sand, make it hard to breathe and hard to see. So they do just that, and the Egyptians are quite shocked because there wasn't any sandstorm supposed to happen, and the Libyan forces push the Egyptian forces back, and they even push back in the desert, and they push a little bit into the Egyptian empire. And once the president of Egypt hears about this, he gets furious. So he sends thousands of troops there, and he gets artillery to shoot down, to shoot all these machines and make sure that they never come about again. So that's what happens. So Egyptian troops cross back into the border of Libya, and this time they're much more organized, and they just go up into the northern parts. And after a bloody battle, they're able to take the capital of Libya and also its entire coast. And after another week of more fighting, Libya eventually is forced to surrender. So let's look at this peace treaty. Yep, you guys guessed it. Full annexation. So the Egyptian Empire annexes all of Libya, and now it's looking even rougher. And next on Egypt's invasion list, it decides, let's invade Sudan, because why not? We already took their capital, and they're already probably going to be quite weak. So Egyptian forces go into this little panhandle thing, and they push into Sudan and cross the border. And the Sudan was not expecting this at all, and this comes as a total surprise. But luckily, they have one thing up their sleeves that they think is going to help them. It wasn't supposed to be used for this, but they decided to use it anyway. They have a technology that allows them to pick up meteorites or asteroids and bring them down on the enemy. And they do just that. They put it on the supply lines, and Egyptian forces don't get that hurt because their radars detect it, but they're forced to retreat anyway because it is deemed unsafe to obviously advance in those areas. And Sudan makes a whole counteroffensive here, and even pushes a little bit into the Egyptian Empire, and is able to do quite well. And seeing the success, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti all declare war on the Egyptian Empire, hoping to get some land and to, you know, just be more powerful. So more troops come in, and now the Egyptian Empire is on the retreat. But when obviously the leaders hear about this, they're fuming, and even more than when they invade Libya. So they start a bombing campaign to bomb all these machines and bomb their instructions so no one can build them again. And they do just that. And they send hundreds of thousands of troops on the front lines just because they're fuming and angry. They kick all the blue team out of their territory, and they push into Sudan from the north, and they take over quite a bit of Eritrea and Djibouti, and then they're fully taken. And they also split the border between Sudan and Ethiopia, so they can't trade with each other war machines or stuff like that. And eventually, the front lines are back to normal. Egyptian troops encircle a bunch of Sudan troops. These troops are forced to surrender. And now Sudan doesn't have much left, and morale is low, and it is forced to surrender. But now there's one less enemy, Ethiopia. And Egypt does not like Ethiopia, so it's trying its best now. And the front line expands, and Ethiopian troops are in full retreat. They're able to stalemate the Egyptians for a little bit, but not for a long time, as the Egyptians make a spearhead and capture the capital, Addis Ababa. I think I pronounced that horribly wrong, sorry if I did. And Ethiopia starts to crumble after that, and then they decide to surrender. So let's look at this peace treaty. Here is the peace treaty. So all of Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Sudan are fully annexed, and now the Egyptian Empire is probably one of the greatest powers in Africa, and probably is the greatest power in Africa. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment even, and if you like this video, check out What If Czechoslovakia Reunited Today. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye!